Approximately $1.2 billion are lost to check scams each year. Victims often lose tens of thousands of dollars in a single scam. Hi, my name is Michael DeSico, and I'm a fraud analyst for First Keystone Community Bank. My job is to protect you from the bad guys out there who are constantly coming up with new ways to trick you out of your hard-earned money. I'm here to talk to you today about counterfeit check scams, how they work, what happens when you deposit a fake check, and how to avoid the most common scam schemes. Checks are a valid payment method. However, if you are given a check from a suspicious source, or you receive one in the mail unexpectedly, you need to be cautious. What are fake check scams and how do they work? Counterfeit check scams are a type of fraud in which scammers send you a fake or fraudulent check and then request that you deposit the money and send it to somewhere else. While similar scams have been around for years, advanced graphics and printing technologies allow scammers to easily create convincing, hard-to-detect counterfeit checks. Checks are often printed with the names and addresses of legitimate financial institutions. They may even be real checks written on bank accounts that belong to someone whose identity has been stolen. Therefore, these checks are typically hard to spot. Here's an example of how a typical fake check scam plays out. A scammer forges a check to pay for something that they're purchasing from you. The check is made out for more than the asking price. The buyer explains that he accidentally wrote the check out for more than what you agreed upon, and he asks that you send back the extra funds after you make the deposit. So, you deposit the check in good faith, and the bank makes the funds available to you as they normally would. You send the extra money back to the scammer. Maybe you send it through an app on your phone, or you just send cash. Chances are, he'll provide you with very specific instructions on how to return the money to him, and he's going to want it very quickly. Everything seems normal until a couple of days later when the check is returned by the paying bank. Now, your bank realizes that the check is counterfeit, and the funds from the check are debited from your account. The money that you sent back to the scammer, however, you will never see that again. If you deposit the check, the amount you deposited will eventually disappear from your account, along with any money you spent or sent back to the scammer. If you attempt to use a stolen, fake, or forged check, regardless of your intentions, your bank will see your suspicious behavior as a liability and be forced to close your account. If you deposit a fake check and then spend the funds, you may overdraw your account when the amount is debited, which results in overdraft or late fees. These are the most common fake check scams. Online job scams. Scammers post fake job listings on well-known legitimate recruiting sites. After a brief interview, typically over instant message, you're offered your dream job doing something specific to your resume. Sounds too good to be true, right? I find that most of these jobs are advertised as work-from-home positions. The scammers offer their victims the position and send them a check, usually for around $3,000, to cover the cost of a home office setup. They give you specific instructions to deposit the check and tell you exactly where and how to purchase your office supplies, often through a link that they send to you, asking for your credit card. Before you know it, you've spent the whole check on supplies that you will never see, for a job that never existed, and when the check is returned, you will be stuck with the bill. Counterfeit checks are made to look as close to the real thing as possible, but there are usually several signs that they aren't authentic. A real check commonly only has one perforated edge from where it was torn from a checkbook. Fake checks often have smooth edges on all sides because they've been printed rather than torn. Paper quality. The check feels like it's made from poor quality paper. Real checks are printed on high quality, thick paper stock with matte finish. If your check is thin, flimsy, or has a glossy finish, it could be fake. A real check will display the logo of the issuing bank. If your check has a suspicious looking logo or no logo at all, it's probably fake. Suspicious check number. The check number is shown twice on a check, once at the bottom and once on the top, and if the numbers don't match, the check is fake. Poor quality watermarks. Official checks usually contain security features like watermarks. While scammers can sometimes copy these security features, the quality is often poorly executed. Now that you can recognize a counterfeit check scam, share this video with someone you know. You might be able to prevent them from becoming a victim themselves.